Yo, 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 what's up, guys? Welcome to the first episode of When Bros Talk. I am joined today with my brother, Zamical.
Me,
Yeah, there he is. There he is.
what's up?
So, like I said, this is our very first episode that we're doing, so it's probably going to be shit. Probably going to be cringy, but
Probably really
just
awkward.
fucking deal with that shit. If you hear me voice get like louder, hear my voice get louder out of nowhere, it's because for some reason I feel cool when I put my mouth near my mic. Makes me feel like a real
Yeah, I don't
podcaster.
know why you do that, dude. Whenever I watch you play fucking Counter Strike, you're
But when I get
all
pissed,
fucking.
it's because I want them to fucking know, you know.
You want them to
I
fucking
want them like
feel your
motherfucker,
anger.
that's way more better than just talking. But yeah,
All
so
right.
this is our first episode. It's gonna be kind of cool,
Hopefully,
interesting. But how you want to start this off, Cody? You want to talk about give some background on us or on
each
you?
other. I will start it off, dude.
Okay, let's give some information on yourself.
My name is Cody. Name's Cody. My
Oh,
the fuck's player tag? Chris, you gotta put your phone on silent, dude. Unprofessional, dude.
go
My
go.
name on most of the games I play is usually Zamical, Zamical. I don't know if you're gonna put up like text or something right there. It's pretty hard to spell.
Yeah,
But I mainly play like MMOs, like fucking MMOs and open world type of survival games, fantasy, MMO, RPG kind of things. And yeah, that's pretty much my introduction.
Yeah, my name's Chris. I'm his. Obviously, we're brothers. When bros talk, you know, I'm the older of the two, the smarter of the two, and the funnier of the two. Uh,
But
games.
did you
I like pretty much the same kind of games. You know, like open world, massive online multiplayer MMOs type shit, RPGs. I do like the occasional shooter here and there, like Counter Strike, but I don't like playing Counter Strike because that shit pisses me off. I'm games I'm interested in. Obviously, is going to be the games that I like to play, and then I also have a YouTube channel. If you guys want to see what my YouTube's all about, it's www.youtube.com/Frizzn HD. Frizzon's my gamer tag. I forgot to say that. FRIZZN. But check that shit out. I don't though, because it's kind of cringy.
Hey, when you started this, did you give the name of this fucking podcast, or did you say "What's up,
I
guys"?
did. I did give the name.
Okay, just want to make sure.
One of the first things I did. So yeah, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna talk about the kind of stuff. Just give you an intro and a idea of what is to come with this podcast, because obviously,
Yeah, we're on. We honestly don't know what's gonna come of it. Right now, we have have a fuck. Is rubric the right fucking word? Right now, we have like a fucking oh,
you say
a
"oh"
ver-
now, but you've been cussing the whole
oh,
damn time, dude.
have I?
Yeah,
Freak it, dude.
yeah, and then speak a little louder too, because sometimes I can hear your voice cutting out.
It's this freaking mic, man. It's right
Yeah,
next to my mouth.
you gotta get the new mic. I told you, dude, we should have bought a second set.
Wait.
What do you want to wait for? Like, get to sit here in silence.
We'll talk about the channel, dude.
Okay. So while he's fucking messing with his stuff, I'm gonna give you a little background. So this is gonna be a gaming related podcast. The majority of it, I want to say like 75% is gonna be gaming related. We're gonna go over stuff that we're interested in, stuff that we're not interested in and tired of. Fortnite. Everyday life stuff that like
Yeah.
situations that happens we can talk about. We're gonna do like game. We're also gonna have some sort of like gaming review channel that we can do where we play a games that like not everyone has heard of. On the lower end, give you guys information on that. And if we end up talking about like political stuff or situations or events that's going on, we might do that. We might kind of stay away from that. But if we do, we're not gonna give like our opinions or like our show our opinion on it or show our standings on that kind of stuff because that's kind of hairy. So yeah, just like gaming stuff, everyday life stuff.
It's kind of hairy.
Yeah,
I never heard that before, dude.
you never
I'm
heard
gonna
that?
start using it.
It's like a
It's
thing,
getting pretty. It's getting pretty fucking hairy, man.
dude. That's like a common saying.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm just not common, dude.
You're just not in the loop, dude.
How's my mic right now, dude? Is it fine?
Yeah, it's fun.
All right.
Anything you want to add on to the
Um,
podcast? Give your
you
take
want
on
to
it.
talk about the other? Did we already talk about the other channel that we might do
Yeah, I
for
gave a
this?
brief description on it. If you want to
Okay.
talk about it, you can.
Well, basically, we're gonna want to do on the other channel. What we're aiming to do is
Like, give them an
kind of just
example. Like if you have a game in mind that you would think is on the lower end, you could talk about it.
like not really on the radar for most people.
Yeah, like those kind of games. You know?
Yeah. So I don't know a game in mind right now. Maybe Card Life looks pretty fun, but it's like we're gonna review like underrated games. So maybe you guys haven't heard of it or you guys haven't seen gameplay of it. We're gonna try to be the first to get pump out some gameplay or some reviews on
Yeah,
certain games, some certain MMOs.
it's not gonna be like just like a review where we review the game. You know, it's gonna be like we're gonna play the game. We're gonna be in the game while we're playing it. We'll fucking give like reviews on it or give our intake on certain things, like aspects of the game that we like and don't like, stuff like that. Like for example, Card Life, how you can cut out your whole freaking you can pretty much like form your weapons and armor and stuff with how you like it. That like I think that's real cool. So we'll tell like, oh, this is kind of cool. I've never seen this done before. Or if you don't like it, like, oh yeah, I don't really care for that. I think they could have put more attention to something else other than that. You know. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be. It's not gonna be like a basic like throw up like two clips and have it loop and be like, this game has this and this and this and this game doesn't have this and this and this. So this game sucks or this game's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's gonna be an actual gameplay, like a kind of like a let's play, but not a let's play. You know, it's a
It's kind of
let's
like
review.
get us like give them the feel of a game. But I was also thinking, I don't know if you want to do it, but also like new games that do have hype around it. We could also give those a go, like a nice not exactly a gameplay, maybe a playthrough or something like that. But for like for like the newer games that have hype on it, I want to see if we could like do maybe a review on that or maybe even gameplay on it,
Yeah,
just to spice it up.
like we can do like I would love to do let's plays. We tried before, but somebody doesn't like to finish. You know, like he has a problem with finishing. Like
Shut up.
we've done plenty of let's plays back on Xbox 360, but like never went anywhere because he never uploaded it or we never continued it. Like I would love to
I
do some let's
sometimes I
plays.
just can't be bothered to edit it, dude.
I'll fuck it. Like I said, I'll edit it all, but you just gotta put the work into it. You gotta be there, step up to the plate, dude.
Yeah, I'll try to edit it sometimes.
Yeah, like I mean, that's the general idea of that channel. Is gonna be reviews. We can't do let's plays. Maybe if we decide to do go out and do something, maybe we do a bro when bros talk vlog or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like that channel is gonna be everything besides the podcast that we do
Yeah, this
related to
channel
this
is
channel.
solely going to be podcast, things you want to talk about, real life games, game wise, pretty much just the talking thing. But the other one will be gameplay, game reviews, and stuff like that. Be pretty nice, refreshing, just stuff, fun stuff to do.
So we gave the intro on us, right? We already talked about us and the channel.
Yeah,
So do you want to? Do you have anything that you want to talk about, like game wise or lifestyle or
I have
real life stuff?
I have a couple of games, and I also have something I want to talk about on real life. Just one thing. It's not really political or anything at all. It's
Well,
just
let's
something
go
that
with
I
that
found
first before the
interesting.
games because you
All
know.
right. Oh, I didn't. I forgot to pull up the thing. How about you? You talk about
I'll talk. I'll just we'll just bullshit with while you get everything up. Dude, freaking. I don't know about like what everyone does for work and stuff, but you know because you work the same field as me. You know the stupid shit, but like I'm getting sick and tired of these companies that think that we need to be super professional when we're not even in like a professional field, you know? Like the
yeah,
whole like it's a I'm still upset about it and I know it's a petty thing to be upset about because it's so small of a thing to be mad about, but it upsets me because for so long I've been doing this and just now it's a problem. I was telling you earlier, like I didn't tuck my shirt in. I haven't tucked my shirt in at work for all like honestly like 6 months, you know. And
Mhm.
just now, because our supervisor has been getting a lot of shit from his boss about certain things, he's cracking down. And they try to write me up and try to like give me a write up. I don't like after a write up, they can fire you on anything. So I was like, nah, dude, I'm not like this ain't happening.
Yeah,
Like
hell
I
no.
got no verbal warning. I got nothing. My boss over here not tucking his shirt in. They're trying to give me shit about my beard, and I was like, dude, there's 5 other guards here that have way more facial hair than me. Like you need to be on them before you get on me. I'm over here. I'm fucking. I'll lie, dude. I'll be like, I got a fucking medical situation where if I shave, my face looks like a fucking like a blind
Nah.
person could read that shit. No, that's what Clevin told me when I first started. Because
Oh, for real?
I asked him about it, and he was like, just tell him that if you shave, you need you get like razor burn or like bumps, you know. So that's what
Hmm.
I like. I was told him that I was like, I really prefer not to have to get a medical note because I don't have insurance, and that's like super expensive, you know. But they're
Yeah.
like, he's cracking down on some stupid. Like we got an. I didn't tell you we got an argument on Monday, huh?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we got. I got in an argument with him, like a heated argument, because
With your watch commander?
yeah, with my watch commander, because what's it called? I on Mondays I'm supposed to. They have me clocked in at Landon, right? So I have to
Hmm.
clock in at Landon, but I can't go there till 5. So I clock in over there because that's where I'll clock out. So I clocked in, and before I was clocking, getting ready to clock in, someone else showed up. And he was like, "Oh, you're here tonight?" And I was like, "Yeah, like that's where I'm posted. That's where I am on Mondays." He was like, "No, I'm here on Mondays." I was like, "No, you're at Fleetwood because that's where he normally is." And
Yeah.
so I called my watchman. He didn't answer, and the other dude called it and said, "No, you're at Guard Shack 1." And I remember I had packed lunch for the specific reason of being at that post because they had a microwave and all that shit.
Yeah.
So I was upset that they changed it without telling me. And then like I told him, I was like, "Hey, like you can't be doing. You have to let me know." And he's like, "Why are you coming at me sideways?" Like because he thinks he's all gangster, you know. And he was talking about
Hmm.
gangster like. And I was like, dude, I'm just trying to tell you, like, I needed an advance. Like, what if I didn't clock in on time because it was like, because if I am 5 minutes late, clock in 5 minutes late, they can give me a warning and or a written warning or whatever. And then after that, if I'm late again, I'm fired.
Yeah.
That's it to your warnings. You get one warning and then you're fired. So I was like, I'm lucky enough that I found out before because it takes about 3 minutes to drive from Landon to wherever and get out of the car because I have to be in the guard shack to clock in. You can't be in your car outside of it. You have to be in it.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, like you could you're messing with my whole shit. Like you can get me in trouble. I can do all this and then that. And he started yelling at me and shit. And him yelling at me, you know how I am. Like if someone
Yeah.
yells at me, I'm gonna yell back. Like even if I don't want to yell, just like in defense, I'll yell back. And I was like, dude, I'm yelling at him like, dude, you need to give me more of an advance warning than 5 minutes. Like you need to call me 10 minutes after your shift when you find out that shit got changed and tell me that shit got changed. Because what if I was supposed to be at Fleetwood that night and he changed it and I drove all the way to Fleetwood? He's like, no, you got to come back over here. That shit ain't happening. I ain't fucking doing that.
Hmm.
But we're chill now. It's kind of weird between us, but you could tell that like there's like tension between us, you know?
Tension between, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that is stupid.
yeah. You gotta fucking give people warnings.
Yeah, hell no. I'm gonna send you the link to it so you can watch it. What I'm talking about, dude. But you can't use your vape pen anymore. These vape pens are blowing up in people's faces, dude.
Oh yeah, no, like what's it called? When I was working for Valvoline, the guy told a story about how someone was smoking a vape pen and like what before like on his break or whatever inside. That shit
Yeah,
blew up and it like pieces flew off and it hit something else and like started like a fire.
yeah. This guy, though in the video you see it. He's just sitting there trying to get a freaking a fat cloud going, bro,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
but
just boom,
oh
just looks like a
shit,
bomb
dude.
blows up. Everyone get a little tiny heart attack.
Everyone got scared. Hold on,
Everyone
you see
just
that
shit their
big guy?
pants.
You see
Yeah.
how fast that big guy? Hold on, I'm gonna watch that again. Hold on. That girl got
Yeah,
so scared
fast
too.
reflexes, dude.
Damn. Wonder how his face looks. He's probably bleeding, huh? That's why he rushed to the bathroom.
Yeah,
Has
probably.
to have me bleeding. Damn, dude. You know what it probably was though? Because because when that shit
What?
started happening, I was scared, and I looked it up. I would do some research. Um, what has happened is people make their own coils and shit. You know, they try to they
Oh,
make their own little coils where it's like their own little fucking invention and to get big fucking clouds. what probably happened is his coil wasn't done correctly, and it was getting like too much heat or some shit. And this is all just speculate what I think is happening.
Yeah.
But I heard that the ones that were exploding are personally made ones that when they make it themselves. But I feel like it's probably getting too hot for the machine to handle and fucking just explodes, you know? Because glass can only take so much heat before it breaks.
Yeah.
So that's probably what
That's gotta
happened.
hurt too. He's
Yeah.
probably got little tiny pieces of glass just sticking in his
Yeah.
face.
Well, like I was saying at work, the guy was saying that like his blew up, but it wasn't in his hand. He was using it and then he put it down and that blew up and shot like it went exploded everywhere. Not only the glass too, but the fucking battery part exploded and flew off. And like you know how batteries have acid and shit in it, and it went near like the oil, and then that for some like the heat of that started a fire. I don't know if this is true. This might be them just saying this so they don't have us smoking vapes in there, but that it started an oil fire and they had to close down because the shop got all fucking burnt and fucking destroyed.
Jeez.
Because oil, man, that whole place is filled with oil. The floor, even when you clean the floor, there's always oil still, you know, because it's a dirty ass fucking place. Probably ain't nowhere you want to fucking be walking around on your
Oh
bare
yeah,
feet.
hell no. Yeah. How about
Yeah,
we
dude,
talk
like,
about that stupid bear?
I haven't even touched my fucking vape though in a long time. But after seeing,
Yeah.
like, actually seeing one of those videos, that's kind of scary. I'll just stick with cigarettes and kill myself slowly.
You want to talk about the healthy barefoot initiative?
What the hell is that?
I think I was talking to you about in the car.
You were talking to me about bare feet?
Bare feet, like our bear.
Oh,
not
yeah,
fucking,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Go for it. Yeah. Let's inform these people on the bare feet initiative.
Let's try to find it again. God
Yeah,
damn
I'm
it.
gonna do. I was doing this thing. We can also do on the podcast is they have the trending, you know, on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
We can sign on to Twitter and see what's trending, and we can talk about that kind of shit. That'd be kind of cool. Like trending for you today is let's see, Friday. No, Palmdale suspects in custody after reports of shots fired at California school. So we got another school thing. Eat what you want day. Flashback Fridays. Scott Hutchinson, a body has been found in a search for Brian the Rabbit singer. So there's like things we can like look at. Like we'll pick one and we can fucking do that. And like
Yeah, we could talk about some trending topics.
like this Palmdale one. Ready for this shit, dude?
What is it, dude?
A suspect has been taken into custody after reports of shots fired at a high Palmdale, California. Authorities said Manzanita Elementary School. I don't know if I'm saying that Manzanita. In the area was also given an all clear after, so everything's good. Suspects in custody. They don't have to worry about that shit. There's like obviously the people talking about gun control.
Oh yeah.
that's full of gun control Twitter tweets and shit like that. But I mean, I don't even think anyone's died. Like it was just shots fired. I don't think it was an actual school shooting.
Well, yeah, they classify school shootings as even if just a gun goes off on accident near a school.
Yeah, so
I don't know if that's right. I think I heard that somewhere. I don't know if it's 100% correct, but I think that's how they get a lot of them. Not a lot of them, but some of them.
I guess like the witness said that he dropped his younger brothers off at school around 7 a.m. and a minute later he got a call from the kids saying that there was gunshots and students barricaded themselves in classrooms. Law enforcement is working to assess the situation, but they already fixed it. Yeah, there's no reports on deaths, so no one died.
One person was hospitalized though.
So one person was shot.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone died.
That's still a scary thing to go through.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm glad. Like it's
probably traumatized.
Sounds kind of fucked up, but I'm glad that shit wasn't going on when I was in school. I don't know what I'd
I know.
I'd fucking shit my pants if I got shot at, dude.
You don't have a chair connected to a desk at somebody?
Because
Paloma,
dude,
strength.
Paloma was wide the fuck open. It was a wide
open
it
was.
School. So I don't know, like, what I'd be doing.
But half the security guards were nice.
We had the crackhead security guard, Mr. Kyle. fucking, and then
Mr.
the guy
Kyle.
everyone called Grandpa. That's the only ones I knew of. Oh, then they had that one dude
What
with the
about
that was
what's
on a
her name?
bike all the time.
Dory?
Were you?
Wasn't there one like crazy security guard girl named Dory?
Was she like an older
Something
white
like
girl,
that?
skinny?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the
Yeah.
crackhead girl. She was a
Oh,
crackhead.
that's her? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. She was
she
always
used to always
crazy.
try to ask us for weed and shit. This is fucking weird, dude.
But back to this barefoot thing.
Yeah, he's saying barefoot as in like your feet with
No,
nothing on
no shoes,
it.
no slippers, no socks.
I literally thought you
But
were saying
I don't.
bare feet, like
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how else to say this to get you
naked
to
foot.
naked foot. But I don't think this is really political, right?
No,
It's just stupid in my opinion.
it's just someone else's opinion on the matter.
So pretty much it starts off saying, ever said if I could go barefoot everywhere, I would? Well, first, no, I have not. Don't want to go barefoot to anywhere besides my own house and outside, maybe in the front yard. But it's pretty much a movement trying to make bare feet legal, going barefoot legal. It's a lifestyle and social acceptance through education.
So they want
And they
to be
go,
able to go barefoot in any place in the world,
yeah,
like
yeah, pretty
Walmart,
much.
fucking McDonald's, Target, shit like that.
Yeah, and they set up 3 myths, which well, I don't know. I don't know if they're really myths or not, or they're just try to get. But they have 3 myths and 3 facts, and I'm gonna go through them right now. The first myth is it is a health code violation to go barefoot in restaurants and stores. So I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's just disgusting.
I don't think.
I,
Yeah, it's a myth. They're saying it's a myth that it's gross and unhealthy to go in a store like that.
it's like a violation of the health code,
But like
which I don't know what the
the
health code
person's
is.
claiming it's a myth.
Yeah, their fact is there are no regulations or health codes in all 50 states that prohibit barefoot customers. The refusal or services to barefoot customers is a form of harassment and discrimination, and barefooting is not a liability issue. Like, how can you just say that?
Well,
Because
one, like it's say you're walking barefoot, you're walking in like you can walk in shit, you know, like, and then
yeah,
your feet are gonna be dirty as hell, and then you're walking on a floor that's supposed to be clean for other people because it's
hmm
not the store's not just for you, you know, the store's for everybody. So like I'm at like in this scenario, imagine you stepped in shit 2 days ago and you still have residue of like shit on your foot. You walk in the store and this kid's eating candy and drops it like in the spot you walked. There's a possibility that dude's eating shit residue, you know, like
yeah.
that's not healthy. That's not safe for other people.
Even if it's not that extreme, like 2 days ago you stepped in shit. If it was on the way into the store, you're stepping on asphalt out of your car onto the sidewalk
Yeah.
everybody walks on.
But what if like and then like
That's,
if you have some sort of disease that could be traveled through blood, and what if you cut your
yeah,
foot and you're walking around and someone else gets your blood in them and now they're sick?
and
Is
that goes into liability. Say, how can they just say it's not a liability issue if there's a broken piece of glass that nobody found or something, and you step on it, that it's going to cause more damage to you if you had bare feet than you had
yeah,
shoes on.
because
So
we both
you're
worked
gonna cut your
for
foot.
Target before. I don't know if you did the same thing I did, but I was the person who went in the morning and unloaded the trucks and stocked. And when we stocked, things broke sometimes, like light
hmm
bulbs, other wood, so you could have other pieces of wood around, and not all of it gets picked up by the way because people are lazy and people can't see everything. Cause, like you have a piece of glass, it's clear and see through, right? And then you go to Target, for example, the floors are white,
Yeah.
so it's not easy to see clear glass on a white floor. So that can be left behind, and if that person stepped on it, they can literally sue Target because they fucking stepped on glass.
And not only that, the amount of like you have to go through extreme cleanup if you get any blood on the floor. It's
Yeah.
not like you go get a towel and go
Oh yeah, there's
beat it up real
chemicals.
quick. You
There's
gotta,
specific
yeah,
people that are only able to handle that.
you
Like
gotta
not
call somebody, waste
yeah.
somebody else's time because you wanted to walk in the store barefoot and try to
Yeah,
protest or
it's
something.
stupid. People are dumb. Like, why would you even want to? Because that's just gotta be like.
It's just,
I hate people looking at my feet. Imagine all the nasty feet you would see.
ah,
Like when people wear open-toed sandals, I hate it. I
It's the
hate it.
worst
It's
thing,
like it's
dude.
gross, but then if they wear socks, I just want to laugh at them. Like it's like a lose lose situation for the sandal wearers. But I don't like feet in general. So if I had to see people's feet all day long, I'd be disgusted.
Yeah, I would probably not want to eat anywhere.
Mm-mm.
Their second myth is it is illegal to drive barefoot, and the fact is there are no federal or state laws against driving barefoot. Which I don't know if it's a myth or not. I know people say don't drive barefoot, but I don't know if it's a law or anything. I don't know if there's any false to this second myth, in fact. But what do you think about that?
It is illegal to drive barefoot in the state of California. False. Turns out the law prohibits naked feet in a moving vehicle are stuff of myth. Shoeless driving is not only completely legal in California, but all over the country. So it's. I think it's just something. I think that's a myth, just because it's unsafe. You know,
Yeah,
because I've driven with bare feet before, and that shit's hard.
it is
My toes
awkward.
be going off because your foot's like it's.
I
I
feel
don't.
like remember that one SpongeBob episode where
Dude,
he
I
starts driving with that toe?
I've sent that as a meme once
His
because I
one
just got
toe.
done driving with just socks on, and I
Yeah.
came back and I put it in my group chat on Snapchat, that exact picture, and I was like, "This is what I feel like when I drive with no shoes," and it's true. Like it's 100% true.
And
It's
it's like the
very
only
awkward.
yeah, when I drive with no shoes on, that's pretty much all I use is the big toe. And
Yeah,
that's not
no,
safe.
I just think it's not safe. So that rumor was started because it's not safe and it just stuck around.
Yeah, or they just don't want fucking people to do
But
it. Just use the damn shoe. It's not that hard.
yeah, I mean, even with sandals, I find it to be kind of hard to drive. Like I just feel more comfortable with shoes. I don't know. Like this whole thing is bothering me because why do you want to be barefoot?
I guess it's I don't know, dude. Some people just want to be different. Third myth is bare feet are dirty and disgusting. That's a myth, I guess. Fact is, shoes shoes have been proven to cultivate and grow excessive amounts of both fungus and bacteria, leading to infections that cause feet to be smelly and dirty. Shoes also contribute to foot
Feet.
fit foot disfigurement and body misalignment, causing a range of discomforts like back, knee, and shin pain. Barefooting promotes a happier and healthier life. What do you think about that? Well, first of all, I want to get this off the very beginning. It is not a myth that feet are dirty and disgusting. That is 100% true.
Yeah, that is
Feet are disgusting and they're dirty.
like not, okay. Just set aside going outside in the public world, right? Just imagine what you because I've everyone's done this. I've done it. You've done it. Nina's done it. Everyone has had to have done this. If you walk around your house, say you have the weekend off of work, right, and you the whole weekend you stay home and you walk around barefoot all day, the bottom of your feet are almost black.
Yeah,
Like
how about
from
this? You do that for a whole day, take a shower, see what color the water turns out
yeah,
to be.
like just I'm just like in general that your house makes your feet look like that. Now
Yeah.
imagine going out on blacktop
Oh,
where it's not clean because
yeah.
like
Tell
your
me it's healthy when you get freaking burns on your foot walking out on
yeah,
asphalt on a
like
sunny day
the amount
in
of dirt that
California.
you collect on your feet is the whole point of a shoe. Like the way shoes are, like I'm not gonna say shoes are invented for this reason. This is how it's supposed to be done, but the Asians have it right. When you wear your shoes outside, you should take them off before you go in the house. You know, because
Hmm.
that's the shoe wasn't meant to be walked around the house with. The shoe was meant
Yeah, no, no,
to
no.
make your feet more comfortable and safer outside of your home. Now, if you don't
Hmm.
want to be barefoot, you can get house shoes or whatever. Like I walk around with my shoes in the house because, but as soon as I get home and I know I'm not going outside, I take them off because there's no need for them. You know,
Yeah, I wear
but
these slippers. That's what I wear.
your shoes are meant to. I don't know how the fuck to explain it, but
Your
it,
shoes are for protection and
that's pretty much it.
oh, I thought Nina was in your room.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
don't
shoes
know.
are meant for protection and it, people don't want to see your feet.
Yeah.
That's just the point. So don't show your feet, dude.
Yeah, no, I don't know what's wrong with this person, but it is definitely dirty as hell and gross.
So the thing is, shoes make your feet nasty. So
I mean, it's true
let's
that your
have
shoe
those
like
nasty feet.
shoes do your feet do sweat in your
Yeah, you get
shoes.
sweaty and everything,
But
but
now like they even have shoes nowadays made for like the shoes I have. I haven't had sweaty feet in so long because it's ventilated. You know, the material's made out of air can get through it, and it keeps your feet cooled down. But I mean, your feet do stink. But there's ways to get rid of that. You wear clean socks every day. Don't wear the same socks multiple times. Wash your feet and wash your socks, and then don't wear your shoes without socks. That's how you keep your shoes from getting dirty and nasty as fuck. It's simple stuff that you learn as a child, but these people don't want to do it because they want to be. I feel like this kind of shit is for like these are the people that want to find something and make a big deal out of it so they can get like that lady who wrote that or whatever was probably 100% irrelevant until that moment, you know? Like like she wants to be relevant in the world. So she made up some stupid ass article about some stupid ass shit that she knew would trend or whatever, but because it's so stupid and the people nowadays love that shit.
Even like the person that shared it, probably a second before she saw it or they saw it, they probably didn't care about it. They probably didn't talk about it at all. They probably like, oh yeah, just wear shoes. But
I mean, the most I'll do
like,
with bare feet is like go to my car, and I freaking hate it, dude.
Yeah, you know, it hurts when you walk on the middle part.
You're always walking all weird, like or if it's hot outside, it's like, God damn it, dude.
And I don't know about this part where she says shoes contribute to foot disfigurement and body misalignment. I haven't researched that, but
I think I read something before about shoes did shape, like the feet have changed over time since shoes have been a thing, but it's not like disfigured, you know, like it's still the same shape. But I mean, there's people out there with like if you wear high heels, your foot is getting shaped differently, you know, like
yeah,
guys high heels. Guys have their shoes are the same, like they might be a little bit tighter for dress shoes or whatever, but we don't wear shoes that put our feet in like a 90-degree angle like some of these women do,
like death squeeze our
your toes are going to turn into like a triangle. But
and hey, we're not telling anyone to wear those, so the girls
I personally think high heels are dumb. Like I think it's stupid and annoying to listen to someone walking
normal
high heels.
Shoes.
I hate hearing the clack 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 clack. Or if they're walking fast, it's like, dude, slow down before I fucking kick your heels out.
I hate it so much.
Yeah.
But if anyone's watching and wants to support Barefoot Legal, that's the website, barefootislegal.org. So if you want to go check up on it and actually read more into it, I don't know why you would, but it's gross. Go ahead. Look at it. I hate it so much. I hate bare feet. People
dude,
that put their
it's funny because like
the dashboard, dude.
I was just about to bring that. I was gonna say, whenever you see feet on the dashboard, you just get full tilt.
Instantly, my day's ruined.
Dude, the worst, like, remember when we were driving to Tennessee or whatever, and that person had their foot hanging out the window?
Yeah,
you got so you're like, why? I just want to go over there and smack her foot or something. Like, drive up close to her so we can punch her foot. Then just give her like a dirty look, like, what are you doing? Just do
that shoulder shrug your shoulders and throw your arms out.
Yeah, throw your arms like, hello? Like, are you stupid?
Knowing that you're saying why. Why? Just look mad.
You have a fucking...
I want to know what's going through their head.
Just have little magnets made that say, like, are you stupid? Put your foot inside or something and just fling it at their car. So it sticks to the car and they can look at it later.
Just always have 100 pennies in your car so you throw it at people that do that. Just throw it at their car. Ding! Or batteries.
I think it's dangerous too, putting your foot on like the dashboard.
Oh yeah,
like
you get in a car crash, you're done.
Oh, that would hurt.
In a car, your kneecaps are going into your eye sockets.
Your fucking legs are coming off your body.
your like the bones of your knee are coming out of your skin and stabbing you in the iris of your eyeball.
Oh, bad, dude. This is bad. Yeah.
Talking about cringy things. What about I think I was talking about, dude, the toothpick in the toenail.
Ah, dude, no.
Some of you guys cringe when you think of this, but think of putting a toothpick under your toenail and kicking a door as hard as you can.
Ow, ow. I just fucking hit my foot. That shit so always makes my stomach just like fight itself.
Yeah.
Like I can't stand that kind of shit. Dude, like, why'd you gotta talk about that, dude?
I think I'm gonna keep this lady added, just so whenever they post something, I could just talk shit on it every time.
Like, you're stupid.
One of them yoga people too. They're over there, free your mind, and freaking stretching in 75 different places.
I don't. I don't know. Yoga's. I would never be able to do that shit.
Yeah, I would never be able to do it. I couldn't get past the first thing they
So do you want to
do.
do a
It's
yoga
just a
challenge
warm
on
up.
YouTube?
Hell no, I don't. Well, it would actually be a challenge for us. But other people, they're like, "Oh, yoga challenge," and they actually
Dude,
do it. Where it's gonna be a real challenge
that would be
to do
the
the
shortest
easiest
video
things.
ever.
Be like 5 minutes. We're like, ah, we're not doing it, guess.
Excuse me.
Well, we just talked for a long time about
About
bare
feet.
feet,
About bare feet. Yeah. Okay, so
naked feet.
let's get into our segment.
Okay, yeah, I got a couple games I want to talk about that I'm somewhat excited for and hoping that they come out to be a good game. It's gonna be three things I'm gonna talk about. First one is State of Decay 2.
Dude,
If you
good
guys
one.
if you guys didn't watch or play any of State of Decay, the first one, I didn't play much of it, but I watched a lot of it and it seems like a nice game. I just wish they would I hope they make this game stick because I know State of Decay 1, the first one, didn't really stay around that long. And if you guys don't know, State of Decay is being developed by Undead Labs and published by Microsoft Studios.
Comes out in 11 days.
It's out in 11 days. June. Wait, no. The game was announced. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
May 22nd.
May 22nd?
That's the release date, May 22nd.
Ooh. That's not in the notes that I got.
Yeah, if you just
But
Google
yeah.
State of Decay.
It's using Unreal Engine 4. It was announced June 13, 2016, so it's almost had 2 years to be worked on.
Yeah.
And it's going to be cross platform between Windows 10 and Xbox players. So that's pretty cool.
I think
like
it's
that
kind of cool
idea.
how they're doing that with the Xbox games now.
Yeah, because you have like Xbox is like Microsoft or something like that.
Yeah,
so if you had Microsoft 10, you could, or Windows 10, you could play like Sea of Thieves. That's pretty cool. You could play with Xbox people.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should do that just with all the consoles, dude.
Yeah,
PS4 is just too greedy. But the second game is I've seen some gameplay of it. I watched some trailers of it and stuff like that. It's called Star Citizen. It is an upcoming massively multiplayer space trading and combat game developed and published by Chris Roberts. The company is Cloud Imperium Games for Microsoft Windows. Development began in 2011 and is being mostly financed from a large crowdfunding campaign. And it was originally planned for 2014, but significant delays in production and expansion of gameplay features have led to postponement. So the release date is not known, but it looks pretty nice. I really hope it doesn't have like the hype train that No Man's Sky had.
Yeah, that would suck.
Because it kind of looks like that. You can go to like different planets. They say their planets are like different from each other. They have different qualities to it. I just hope that it could be like multiplayer. You can meet up with your friends.
If it's one of those things, because I haven't watched anything on it yet, I'll probably do because it does look interesting. But you said that you can go from different planet to planet. I'm hoping that it's not just a reskinned of the same planet. You know, like because No Man's Sky is like once you get to a different solar system or whatever, the planets still look the same. Like they're exactly the same plants, same animals, same fucking design. It's just in different areas, you know. I thought that was one of the worst things that No Man's Sky could have done. So hopefully it's not like that because this game does look pretty good. Another to touch on State of Decay as well. A lot of so you didn't mention, but some people might want to know if you did play State of Decay 1, you will be happy to know that this game, State of Decay 2, is going to be co-op and multiplayer, so you can play it with up to 4 people.
Yeah, so you and 3 other people.
Yeah. So it's not. I'm excited for that because that's gonna be fun, and you can open your car door when you're driving and smack zombies.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I
But I
watched a
know I
few
think you could
videos.
I've seen like the trailer of it, and it looks like you could like customize your like your station area. Like you
Yeah,
could upgrade it, make change the way it looks. From that's just what it looks like. I haven't read too much into it. I just watched the trailer.
I'm definitely getting
Looks
it
nice.
when it comes out because I like State of Decay, but like you said, there's a few things that like was a drawback for that game, you know. And I think they're gonna, from what I've seen so far, they've done a really good job with State. Because I watched the whole, you know how IGN does those gameplay or whatever, those early gameplay reviews or whatever. I
Mhm.
watched them play with two of the developers of the game, and it looked really good.
Are we allowed to show like a game trailer on here?
Um, I'm
As
sure
long as
we
we're
can. Yeah,
as long as we're talking over it, if we want to talk over it.
yeah, we can show gameplay of it.
I'll send you the link right now. It's for the yesterday the Walking Dead game had a new official
Oh
trailer
yeah, yeah. I
released.
saw the post. I didn't watch it yet, but
Want
I
me to
saw that.
send it to you over Steam?
Yeah, send me the links over Steam, Discord. But you said do you had there's another game that you were interested in?
Yeah, this is it. This is it right now. I just wanted to like share the new trailer and have our thoughts on it.
Yeah.
But do a countdown so we can play at the same time. We can talk about it. All
Three,
right, three.
2, 1, go. Probably gonna be audio in the background with this one too. So we're at
Yeah, yeah. Just have the audio up, and then we'll just talk over it. We got an old guy this time.
I think this game's gonna be really, really good.
I hope so, because I really hope they don't just hype it up and have it just flunk. Mainly, it's just been like trailers like this. I hope at A3 they do some gameplay or something for it.
Yeah, they should. Because that's the only way they're gonna sell games.
Oh,
I feel like this guy's gonna be my favorite.
yeah.
I got a granddaughter who likes dressing up too. Cute as a button. She loves Peter Pan. She always asking this
I hope
old
it has a
timer
really
to
nice
read it
story
to her.
to it.
She's sharp as a tack.
Oh, it's
Full ideas.
4-player co-op? I didn't know
questions
that.
about the
Oh,
lost
it is?
boys
Yeah.
and those
I'm
pirates.
guessing it's gonna be one more official trailer. Then if they're gonna have 4 people,
Yeah.
I think they had a main person every time.
Yeah. So like you're probably the 4 original are gonna be the 4 we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Dude, that zombie's mouth jiggly is
Says to
grossing me out.
Grandpa, are you old? I said, yeah, sweetheart, I'm old, and one day you're gonna be as old as me. And this gets her brains all cooking, and she says, Grandpa, are you gonna die? And I say, yes, sweetheart, of course I'm gonna die one day. Well, it's not gonna be today. And finally, she says to me, Grandpa, am I gonna die? Well, how do you explain a question like that to a kid? So when Halloween rolls around the next year, there she is, proud as punch. She stands up and she goes, Grandpa, I'm gonna be a pirate.
It's the first one that we actually have like a story to it. The other
Yeah,
ones are
I'm
just
sitting here
like,
trying to figure out like how's it gonna work. Like, you know, like obviously these people can't die because if that's your character.
Yeah.
Don't you worry, sweetheart. I'll find you. I promise.
Yeah, this game's gonna be definitely one that I'm looking forward to. Is there a release date on this one or no?
I don't think so. I haven't done any research. I've just been watching the trailers.
Yeah, it just says 2018. Let me Overkills.
In fall. It's gonna be in fall.
Okay, so it's not a date. It's just it just says 2018 when I Google it.
Okay, yeah, it already has the four characters though, and then
Yeah,
and
it
I
has the
went to
black
the
guy, the
website.
Asian guy, or Asian girl, the old guy, and who's the other one?
Some redhead girl.
Yeah, right. Okay. I'm super excited for it. I remember when I first saw the
Yeah, it's
first
gonna be
trailer, I was
great.
like, "Woo,
I'm
you
gonna.
was right." Yeah, so that was your three games.
Yeah. Let me talk. There's right here. There's like a little description on it, but let me
Yeah.
just say, it's gonna be a co-op, a four-player co-op FPS where you and your friends fight the dead as well as the living. Set in the Walking Dead universe, you and your group try to survive in a post-apocalyptic Washington, D.C. Each character has their own special abilities, skill tree, squad roles, playstyles, and story arcs. But teamwork is paramount. The action is close up and intense. Take out enemies carefully with a silent melee attack or go in guns blazing. You need to be able to improvise as nothing is certain and a horde of walkers is always right around the corner.
So
So it sounds.
when they said that it has a story arc, like I'm wondering if like obviously you can play with friends and they're gonna have to do they can do the story arc with you. But
Yeah.
like, is there gonna? I wonder if there's gonna be an order. Like say like it's best to do this guy first, this guy first, this guy, or like if they'll find a way to tie it in with each other, you know. So no matter
Yeah,
which
because you
order you
can't like
do,
start it. You can't like start it out with like the black guy and then already have the old guy and the two girls there with him while you're starting his story out. I don't think.
but I feel like it would be kind of because like I don't remember it, but at the end of The Walking Dead's I think season 2 Telltale games,
Uh-huh.
they had the picture board with all the pictures on it, and you could choose whichever order you wanted. But at the end of each episode, it showed you like a tie between all of them, no matter what, you know. So say like for
Hmm.
example, this one you start out with that black guy, and your friends playing as other people, and like you haven't met the other people yet in the game,
Yeah.
but they'll
Ooh.
you know they'll have to do something to make you feel like like you know.
Yeah. I think the more what it could be a possibility is just these trailers that we're seeing is going to be like a cutscene in the game for each character.
Mm-hmm.
So say like the black guy is the first one, you're gonna have the cutscene of him in the beginning of the game, and then you're gonna go to your co-op friends, and they're all gonna be these people until there's a part where the old guy says his story or the she
Yeah,
says her story, and
I know
it's just
it's
gonna
gonna be
come
interesting
back
to
to
see
that
the way
one
they do
moment.
it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it to be where like there's no like tie-ins, you know, kind of boring. But I'm sure that they have an idea, and I think it's gonna be a really great game.
Hmm.
And
And if you guys want to keep up with it, the website is overkillsthewalkingdead.com. We'll put it in the description as well.
cool. So now I have three games that I'm super excited for. If I can, there was a fourth one that I can't remember what it was, but if I remember by the end of my shit, I'll do a quick little rundown of it real quick. But for now, the main one, the super main one that I'm excited for, and I'll probably get a lot of shit if you guys. A lot of people won't agree with me, but if you're a true fan, then you will be excited like I am. It is the Daisy 0.63
Ooh.
update, so that's the beta update for experimental. I know that experimental is experimental, it's not the full release, but I play experimental. I played experimental every time they had experimental when the game was out. So I'm waiting for that, and I'm just super fucking excited because it's been a long road. You know,
It has been so long.
it was released. When was it released? 2012, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Let me
I
search it up. You keep talking.
think it was 2012. They had the standalone, and the game was just like bare bones, you know. But I still loved it. And then they went through a bunch of changes, and a lot of people don't know is like they feel like they're being cheated out because the game's been in development for so long and they haven't had like their game. But a
Yeah,
lot of people don't know that like the company went through four different engine bare engine, like their engines they run the game on. They went through four different ones trying to get the right one, and then they finally said, you know what, this ain't working, so they are making their own engine. They spent so long making their own engine for this game, and if you watch any of the videos, which will be probably running on the screen while I'm talking about this, if you watch any of the videos of the new stuff that's happening with this new engine, this game's gonna be super. It's gonna be what the like Daisy Arma 2 players love. You know, there's gonna be base building. There's
yeah,
gonna be way better, more fluid combat, more fluid movement. Just the small things. There's gonna be animals, life, beard growth, shaving. See how these. So if you see someone with a big ass beard, you know, like this motherfucker's been. Oh, this guy's been around for a while. You know. there's like little things here and there that's cool. The only thing that sucks for me is like they have the stress tests going on right now to try to figure out, because once the stress tests are done, we get the experimental. It's going live, and I will be on that nonstop. But like
Yeah.
most recent stress test, I've been trying to get on one and I haven't been to, but 3 hours ago the stress test was out. 4 hours ago. That's that's too damn early for me because I work nights and I haven't been out, and the stress test is over before I got home. So I haven't been able to play any stress tests. I don't have any raw footage of me playing for you guys to look at, but I'm super excited. If you were a DayZ fan of Arma 2 or even the standalone when it first came out, and you loved it as much as I did, I think you should definitely give it another chance when 6.3 comes out, because it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be
Yeah,
really.
I think DayZ's like what sparked this whole love for open survival, like zombie-ish kind of
Yeah,
type of games.
like DayZ is like the zombie survival open world of Fortnite. You know, like like this DayZ started everything. Even though Fortnite didn't start the battle royale, but like Fortnite took over. You know,
Yeah.
DayZ, like I remember you showing me like that game, and all I saw was the dude running with his friends and talking, and I was like, I
Mhm.
want this game, and I was on it.
Yes.
Like, I got home from work and I instantly got on, played DayZ for hours, went to bed, went to work, and just do that over and over because I love the game so much. A lot of people don't know, out of my friends and stuff, but I actually owned a server on Arma 2.
I remember that.
Yeah, and that dude like ripped me over and stole my money and shit. But that's a different story. But yeah, if you definitely like DayZ, if you like that genre, definitely look into it. Keep updated. If you want to keep updated on it, go to their Twitter. It's the DayZ Development, so it's DayZ Dev Team. That's their handle, and they post stuff on. Like they posted about 4 times since this podcast has started. Um,
Yeah.
they post the server status quite often, so you know if the servers are up or down.
I think they would have been a lot more successful if they didn't try to start up with their own engine, because this thing's been out, the early access standalone version of it, December 2013.
Yeah, it's been out for a long
It's
time.
been out for a while,
Like
and
I
I was
think,
super
well, the
excited
main
for it
reason
too.
was is like Dean Hall, like he just wanted his own game, you know, like he wanted his own, and he just rushed it, and he left. He's not even part of the team no more. He's not even doing any
Mhm.
work. He just left it, and then a lot of people don't know there's a very very small team of DayZ developers during that period of time.
Yeah.
Now they have a lot more backing and people working, so it's going a lot better. But I think sometime for 0.63 experimental it's gonna fucking respark it. I think they were talking about,
Mhm.
they already have like, they have like a poll or whatever. There's 100,000 people, more than 100,000, like it's in the hundreds of thousands of people who are waiting for this patch to come out.
Yeah.
So the game's not dead. It's just
That's why I
it's
stopped
waiting to
playing
be
the game, is
born.
because the way it is right now, before like the stress test they've been doing, like it just sucks. You can't find any loot. You
Yeah, that's because
die pretty
it's
quickly.
because like a lot of people are pissed about that and they're giving them shit, but it makes sense. They made a new engine. The
Hmm.
old game that we have right now is running on the old engine, so they're not fixing anything on that, because whatever they do and whatever work they do to it is going to be gone when they bring the new engine over.
Yeah.
You know, so they're not going to sit there and spend hours and hours and hours fixing something
Hmm.
that will no longer be there. So that right now they just have the shore and fucking area just overpopulated with loot, and then once it's there and taken, it's gone until the server restarts. So
Yeah.
I'm not playing it until, I don't want to get pissed off at the game before it comes out. But when this experimental branch comes out,
Well,
I'll be excited and I'll be
I
on it.
did try. I saw the Daisy stress test was downloaded before we got the other thing,
Yeah,
and I tried on the offline mode, because I saw it was like online or offline mode. I
yeah,
tried online. I couldn't get into any servers, and I was pissed. I was like, what the hell?
yeah,
Then I realized that they opened it up for a while,
yeah. They
but
only
I tried
open
it
up for,
offline.
I read they the max they've done so far is 3 hours.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause-
I tried the offline one, and you pretty much just spawn in with a rifle. I spawned in with like a single shot rifle and a pistol and a knife.
yeah,
I was just
you're
running
gonna spawn in
around
with
it.
loot now,
Yeah, and then
or at least
I was
during the
just
stress
running
test.
around, and some things were kind of buggy. I know that, like I couldn't like use the hotkeys sometimes to what's it called, to pull out a different weapon. It was just kind of clunky. You couldn't. do anything with like some things you had in your hand, but I'm sure they're gonna fix on that. But
Yeah,
right now it's a little bit buggy, but that's to be expected because it's not even in experimental. It's like just testing right now. So we're helping testing
yeah.
it, but I really hope I can get on one of the stress test schedules.
Yeah, I want to be able to get on one once before it comes out because I really want to get into it. They I don't know, they don't have a list like posted where we can go look, but like there's another YouTuber who does like a video on it every time they update it or whatever. They have
Hmm.
this list of all the stuff they need to fix and all the stuff that's been fixed and stuff that's waiting like or is in review or whatever. And a good like I want to say 70% of it has been fixed and stuff. So the point of the stress test is like you get on it's like they only do it when they fix something or they think they fix something and then they put that into it and then you get on to test it, you know.
Hmm.
So they get all the information, then they work on the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. So the stress test is you just spawn in with loot, you just fucking run around and mess up the servers for a little bit so they can see if they fixed it. And then once they're done doing all that, they're gonna pop it out on experimental. But yeah, that so keep an eye out for that. Follow their Twitter again. It's at um twitter.com at Daisy Dev Team. Twitter handle. Go shoot them a follow. Keep updated with them. But let's move on to the next game I have. This game has also been. I don't remember when they did it. If you want to research it while I talk about it, when this game was
Yeah.
revealed, it's called Identity. So what this game is like, I'm just gonna read for you. Identity. It says a new breed of a massive multiplayer online role playing game where hundreds of players interact in a world of absolute freedom, where it's the actions of players which determine your fate and the fate of the world you live in. You can live as a criminal, a police officer, a business person, or anything in between. You're in full control of your own future in your pursuit of wealth, glory, and power. So they have this. It's called the. They don't have an. I don't see a name for the map, but it says it takes place in a fictional land. Oh, here, a fictional land in the eastern United States. So I think it's cool that they finally have like a United States map. You know, everything's usually like Russia, inspired primarily by the Carolinas and Georgia. So it's gonna be near Carolina and Georgia.
So it says that people early version of the game with limited features was released on April 23rd, and it was available to the people who pledged on the game's Kickstarter.
Yeah, so
So
there's some
yeah,
stuff out there. Even at the bottom, it says learn how you can play Identity even before the beta. So there's ways to do it, but I kind of want to wait and so I don't have it ruined, kind of like DayZ, you know.
yeah, and I think it says right here references there's January of 2017. It was when I think this is what it's what the Wikipedia says. Let me try to find another one.
I know that the release date was supposed to be sometime, but then they had to pull back and do a different release date or shoot for a different time. But it says the initial world size is expected to be an enormous 200 kilometers in either direction or whatever.
It started in January 2015.
Yeah,
So
so it's not as old as most games are, but if you think about what this game is and what they're trying to do, it's gonna take a long time to do, you know. But it says like
yeah,
jobs and careers. It says the world of identity is filled of jobs and all kinds of all kinds. These are simple tasks which anyone can take on without any sort of commitment. Careers are similar to jobs in many ways, although there's much more in depth. Careers are completely with rank progressions, special characters, talents, and perks, and much more. One example of a career is policing. You'll start your way as an entry level officer, but if you do a good job, you'll find yourself climbing the ranks, unlocking abilities, and even new specialties. In this case, a specialty could make you a detective or a SWAT officer. So that's kind of cool that you can progress and become something different and move along. There's housing and stuff. You completely design your house, wall paint, the what is the things along the floor of the wall? Those bushings, I think what they're called. Plants,
so.
beds, the lamps, the floors. You can do completely remodel your house in any way you want. You can have a life of crime. You can do like become a drug dealer. You can drug production, robbing people. You can be a hitman, do stuff like that. You can build an empire from owning corporations and marketing and all that kind of stuff. So this game, I feel like this game is going to be really good if they do what they said they're going to do. You know, like if they stay true what they want to do, then it's going to be great. Because I love the whole role, like Arma 3 Life. I love that stuff, you know. that stuff is fun to me. I like doing the whole role playing stuff where you can be. I want to be a hitman on this game. You know, like be a hitman, a man for hire.
Mm-hmm. That would
But
be pretty fun.
they
It
had
sounds
a
it sounds interesting.
they had a little sneak peek where they did a little cheesy like thing with a cop driving, and then he pulls into this person's driveway, and then because he sees smoke, and then they see the van, they're cooking drugs, and it was really, really, really cheesy, and a lot of people were very unpleased with what they saw
Mm-hmm.
because it wasn't what they expected after that long of them working on it. But the guy I was watching who was talking about it, like, and you'll probably see on the video, like everything inside the police car when you look in the dashboard, the buttons on the radio, all that stuff is like usable. You can like use all that stuff, put it into drive, put it into park. All that stuff is like you can interact with all that stuff. So keep an eye out. I don't think they have. They might have a Twitter or something. I don't see anything on their page. But if you want to like check it out, the website I'll put in the link. It's identityrpg.com. That's their website. They have an about what's identity modules, question and answers. They have a shop. You can register for all that kind of. But so my third game, this one, I am very skeptical about. I don't know if I said that right because it sounds so unrealistic. But it's called Mavericks Proving Grounds. And I want this game, I want to be successful as hell because I am tired of Fortnite.
Oh.
I am so tired of Fortnite. I am so sick of seeing everyone on Twitch, like all my followers on Twitch that I follow them. Fortnite. Everyone's playing Fortnite. It's like I want to watch someone else play something. Like, you know, like I don't want to have to watch someone I don't want to enjoy or I don't enjoy watching because they're the only ones not playing Fortnite. But I do like battle royale games. I love the battle royale genre. So what Maverick is a revolutionary open world shooter built using the latest in low latency network technology combined with beautiful visuals and our bleeding edge version of CryEngine. Result is a high fidelity dynamic world with destructibility and persistence, enabling you to leave your impact in the world for everyone. High fidelity world, Mavericks is engineered with a focus on performance, stability, and strategic gameplay. We've created a great foundation to bring Battle Royale to a place it does.
No building, right?
No building. Yeah, there's no building. You can destroy buildings, and people so if you destroy the building, they'll fucking die in there. But the end of the Proving Grounds, a place where you can show that you are what you're made of in the ultimate fight to the death experience. The first part of the Mavericks world will become available to play with our closed beta starting this summer. So sign up if you guys want to be able to try this out. I'll give that info to you at the end. Persistent and living world. As a studio with experience working on massively multiplayer games, we're reimagined the large-scale shooter. We've combined a number of new and proven additions that drastically expand on what you've seen from the last generation of games, including character progression, deep narrative, and a huge 12-kilometer by 12-kilometer world rich in content. Maverick offers unique and rewarding gameplay coming soon. Prove yourself this summer. Join now. So if you want to join to try to get in on this when they have a beta, go to Mavericks MAVERICKS.GG. That's the website they're at. You could there's vlogs you can look at, the information on the game, and then join. You sign up to get in their access in the summertime was when they have the beta. I think this game, if it can do really well, they didn't explain much of it here, but there was another video talking about it. People are scared because this is going to be a 400 player, or they want it to be a 400 player server, like where you play 400 people in battle royale. Now, a lot of people think that's too much. The game's gonna shit on you, like. But the way I don't know how they explained it. It's the low latency network technology they're talking about. You can click on that, and it gives you more information. I'm not gonna read all that because that's a lot of stuff that I don't know about. But from what I understand, it's like, it's a cloud-based platform. You know, like it creates games. Someone keeps calling me. You build with SDKs and engines and your own workflows. Fido OS technology. Honestly, I don't know any of this shit, but You don't have to worry about running your game servers and focus on finding the fun. Like from what I understand, it's like it's not like everybody's on one server. You know, like there's multiple.
Yeah.
So it like I don't know how it's gonna work, but that's supposed to make it to where 400 people can play on the same server. You know.
Yeah.
So that game, I think this game's gonna do really well if they do what they say they're gonna do. It looks freaking great if you watch any videos on it. There's not much out on it yet because they haven't had like a beta or anything or an alpha. But I am excited for that because I want a game to come along and kill Fortnite. I am tired of that shit.
Yeah, I'm so done to Fortnite.
Fortnite's fun. It's just it's too much going on, man.
I can't keep up with people building.
Like it's bad when you like build a fucking ramp and 2 walls so you don't get shot from each side, and then you look up at the guy that you're shooting at and he has like 8 stories.
Yeah, he's
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
you just see a towering freaking stair of bricks just above you. Like, all right, well, what do I do now?
Yeah. I don't. There was a game that I wanted to briefly talk about, but I forget.
Shit.
100%.
Oh shit. 3 weeks ago there was a first gameplay of Mavericks, and it says raising the quality bar, consistent performance, higher fidelity world, up to 1,000 players.
So it's even more than we thought. Like it's gonna be crazy, dude. It's gonna be insane, and it's like they're saying like they clarified that you don't have to worry about feeling too fucking much pressure, you know, because that's a lot of people. You gotta imagine it's 12 kilometers by 12 kilometers. That's a big map. So you're it's not gonna be like you're constantly seeing people, even though that'd be kind of cool, but it's gonna be crazy, and I cannot wait. But the other game I was gonna talk about is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh yeah.
I cannot wait for that game. Knowing Rockstar, they're gonna ruin it for the PC players. They're gonna do what they did with GTA, where, and it's a money grabs thing. They're doing it for money because they can easily do it to where the game comes out for PC at the same time. They haven't confirmed it's gonna be on PC, but they haven't denied it. But if they're gonna do it on PC. They're gonna do it. They're gonna put it on other consoles first. They're gonna have people fucking go out and buy PS4 and Xbox just to buy the game, and then they're gonna have like, because imagine like if someone's a PC player that doesn't have a console or even has a console, they're gonna buy that game. They're gonna spend the $60 on that game, and then when it comes out for PC, they're gonna spend the $60 again. So they're what I feel like they're thinking, and this is just my conspiracy theory side of me is coming out. They're thinking, hey, how can we get money from these people? Let's charge each person $120 for the game, because that's generally what they're doing, you know. Because the GTA came out a year after it did on console, and I don't want that to happen with Red Dead, because October 26th is the release date, it says. So if we have to wait, if we have to wait until October of 2000, like around that time of 2019, I'm gonna be sad.
I know,
because I don't want to do all my progression on console
at least
and then.
Let's do a month. Make us wait a month.
I feel like because GTA 5 has made more money than most movies have made. Like GTA 5 made a lot of money, and
that's why
they have the money to hire They need to hire a PC development team. So while the console people are working on the console game, PC needs to be working on PC. Because it is, I don't think I should have to wait a year to play a game just because I'm not playing on a console. I have a console, but I don't want to play on a console. I want to play on the PC. That's why Rockstar kind of bugs me when they do that. But what are you gonna do? They're the developers. They're gonna do whatever they want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait.
People think that it's not gonna come out on PC, but I think if you're one of those people, you need to think, man. Like, look at Destiny 2. Like,
yeah,
everyone bought
hype.
it. Yeah,
it was hype when it came out on console. It was like half the hype when it came out on PC, and within like 2 weeks, dude, that thing.
I think that game died for other reasons. Like that took a part of it, but that game died just because it was. I mean, there's a lot of things wrong with that game. Like there's a lot of people out there that have more information and more in depth of reasons why, but if Red Dead Redemption 2, like I don't want to like Monster Hunter World. People don't want to play that game on PS4 because they don't want to do all that work to progress just to have to redo it because PC players don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I love progression. I love making my person progress in the world and getting better at stuff, but I don't want to do it twice. So if they're smart, they will release it shortly after it comes out or even on the same day that it comes out for everybody because people are going to get tired of the game because they're not going to want to play it twice, you know?
Mm-hmm. As I got kind of tired of Destiny 2 real quick because I did all that shit on X or on PS4.
Yeah, like literally did everything on PS4 and then had to do it on PC. And by the time I got on PC, none of my friends wanted to play and all that. So I was solo all the time. It was like it just wasn't fun. So I mean, I haven't played. I played a little bit of the first DLC and never got back on.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Those are the games that I'm ready for. I cannot wait. Super excited for these games. I can't wait to see Fortnite crash and die and burn and never come back.
It's so
I had such
too
high
much.
hopes for Radical Heights, but it didn't do anything because it's still kind of like clunky.
Yeah, that is super clunk.
But yeah, that's about it, man. That's the podcast. This is all.
Didn't
This
take
is
too. It didn't feel like it was long at all.
Yeah, I mean,
What was it, like an hour 20?
Yeah, that's what it says. But that's pretty much what this podcast is gonna be about, guys. Like we're gonna do research on games that we like, give you guys the information that we have on it. Talk like just bullshit in between, like little conversations that we had and that kind of stuff.
Hopefully, have a couple guests come on, just people that we know, and eventually, if we want to, if we can reach out to other people that come and be guests on our shit. It's only gonna be if we do guests, it's only gonna be like maybe 5 or 10 minutes of a topic that they want to talk about that we're already gonna talk about or something.
I feel
Or something that
they'll
they're
be there
doing.
during the whole podcast, just to, like bullshit with us and give their because that's generally what we're gonna have. They're gonna be there to be on the podcast. It's like, but the whole vibe of our podcast is gonna be the bros isn't like because we're brothers, you know, like we're that's not where the bros come from. We want the bros is like anyone that you consider like yo, this is my homie, you know, like someone that like if you have that standing with us, you're probably going to be on the podcast, just hanging out and talking about stuff with us, give their intake on the stuff. But it's generally going to be like that. We will have, if we do get a following or whatever, we can have fans come on if they want to give their 2 cents on something, you know. But as of right now, the bare bones of this is that's pretty much what this podcast is going to be about. We're gonna try, like right now, I think we're just gonna do once or twice a week, but later on, if we start getting better at it and there's a more demand for it, we can do 3 times a week.
Yeah,
You know, it's not going to be an everyday thing, and I don't think it ever will be an everyday thing. But this is pretty much the podcast, guys. What you got and experience just now, but a little bit better later on down the road because we'll get used to it and better at it. But I want to thank everybody for listening. If you tuned in, if you stuck in the whole time,
thank you.
I appreciate it. And hit that subscribe button and hit that bell to get notified. And we'll see you on the next session, man. We'll see you next time we decide to talk about something.
Oakley dokley.
Oakley dokley, guys. See you later.
See you later.